Hello students, today we will study how to finding the square of a number. This is the topic of Standard 8 chapter number 6, squares and square roots. Okay, so till now we have studied about the many of the interesting pattern that is related to this chapter. So now today let us study some more important topics. Out of that, one is the finding the square of a number. So we know that if there is a small number, then it is very easy to find out the square. So up to 1 to 20, the squares values are given in the textbook. So we can remember 1 to 20. It is not a very tough work. Okay, we can remember it. But suppose there is a number which is greater than the 20, or like suppose there is a 23. So how we can find out the square of 23, right? So it is easy way method to find out the square. So let us study how we can find out the square. See how we can write down 23. This is 23 square. So we can multiply 23 into 23, right? So now 23 can be written as 20 plus 3 in one bracket, and for this 23 also we can write down 20 plus 3 in another bracket. So now what will here? Here the two brackets are in the multiplication. So if there are two numbers, then we know that how we can multiply the two numbers. But here situation is different. Two brackets are in multiplication. How we can multiply the two brackets? See, in the first bracket there are two terms 20 and 3, and in another bracket also there are two terms 20 and 3. So first of all, consider one number from this bracket, multiply it with the whole bracket, that is 20 multiply this whole bracket 20 plus 3. Now consider the another term, that is plus 3. So take it plus 3 and multiply it with the whole number. This is how we can multiply the two bracket. Okay. Now multiply this 20 with this 20. We get 20 into 20, 20 square. 20 into 3, that is 20 into 3. Now 3 will multiply with 20. 3 into 20. And 3 multiply by 3, that is 3 into 3. Okay. Now 20 square is what? 400. 20 into 3, 60. 3 into 20, 60. 3 into 3 is 9. So when we add all this number, we get the 529. And this is what? This is we get the 23 square. So this is the method how we can simplify, how we can find out the square of any number. Okay, which is greater number. So let us study how we can find out the square of 86. Right, this is a quite large number. So we can again write down 86 square as 86 into 86. Okay, now this 86 we can write down as 80 plus 6, and this 86 also we can write down as 80 plus 6. Now again there are two brackets. How we can multiply it? Consider one number and multiply it with this bracket 80 plus 6. Now take another number with the sign, that is plus 6, and multiply it with the bracket 80 plus 6. Okay. So this is how we can multiply the two brackets. Now multiply this 80 with 80. So we get here 80 square plus 80 into 6 plus 6 into 80 plus 6 into 6, that is 6 square. Now here we have to do 80 square, that is 8 square. First of all, 8 square is what? 64. So 6 4. Now how many zeros are there? 1. So in square we have to put 2 zeros. Okay. Now here 8 into 80 into 6, that is 8 6 are 48. 480. In the same way here also we get 480, and 6 square is what? 36. Okay. Now when we add all these numbers, we get the square of 86 square, that is, okay, unit place digit is here 6. Okay, so 6 3 8 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 8, 19, okay, 19, carry is the 1, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 4, 30. So 3 is there and carry is 1. So 7396. That is, we got the square of 86 all square. Okay. So in this way we can find out the square of a large number. Okay. Now let us consider study the one more topic, that is Pythagorean triplet. First of all, let us understand what is Pythagorean triplet. If you remember, we use the Pythagoras theorem in the right angle triangle. Suppose there is a right angle triangle ABC in which angle B is of 90 degree, right? So according to the Pythagoras rule, AB square plus BC square, what we get is equals to AC square. So what do we mean by the Pythagorean triplet? The three sides of the triangle, if we can write down in this manner, then this is called as an Pythagorean triplet. Triplet means three numbers, 3, 4 and 5. So these three sides are of a right angle triangle. In the same way, 6, 8 and 10 are also the Pythagorean triplet. That means if one side is of 6, another is of 8, the larger side we get as hypotenuse will be the 10. Okay, so what is the general formula? This is the general formula to find out the Pythagorean triplet. That means out of the three number, one will be the 2m, another second one will be the m square minus 1, and the third number will be the m square plus 1. Okay, now let us understand how we can use this Pythagorean triplet. Suppose we are considering this Pythagorean triplet. Out of these three number, suppose we have given only 6. We have to find out the another two numbers. So we can compare this 6 with either 2m or m square minus 1 or m square plus 1. Let us compare this 6 with the m square plus 1. Then what will happen? M square plus 1, that is equals to, suppose, 6. Now here we have to find out the value of m. If we can get the value of m by putting this in all the three members, we can get all the three numbers of Pythagorean triplet. So take this one to the right hand side. What will happen? We get m square is equals to 6 minus 1, and therefore m square is equals to 5. Now see, is the 5 is a perfect square number? No, 5 is a not perfect square number. So we cannot compare m square plus 1 with the 6. Okay, now let us compare this 6 with the 2m. So this is not possible. So now let us compare 2m with the 6. Now what will happen? Here what we get? We get m is equals to 6 upon 2, and therefore m we get here is equals to 3. So this value of 3 is possible because 3 is what? A natural number. Here what will happen? If you find out the square root, we get the m is equals to under root 5. By taking the square root both the side, here we get root 5. But this is not a natural number. So we cannot consider m square plus 1 is equals to 6. So by taking 2m is equals to 6, we get the m is equals to 3. And this is what? The natural number. Okay. Now one of the number, the 2m, that is we get here is 6. To find out the another two number, put this value in this and this. So let us find out m square minus 1. So when we put m square minus 1, m means 3. That means 3 square. 3 square minus 1. And 3 square is what? 9. 9 minus 1, that is 8. So here we get m square minus 1, that is equals to 8. So you can see that we get another member, that is 8. Now find out the value of m square plus 1. Okay, put the value of m, that is here 3. So we get 3 square plus 1. 3 square is what? 9. 9 plus 1, that is equals to 10. So here we get m square plus 1, value of m square plus 1 is equals to 10. And that is we get the third member of the Pythagorean triplet. So this is the general form of the Pythagorean triplet. If out of the three members, if we have given only one member, then we can find out the another two member by comparing either any value with the given digit. Suppose in this we have given the 6, so we first of all compare this with the 6, but we do not get the m value, we not get as a natural number. So now we have to change. Now we have to compare this 6 with another number, that is 2m. Here we get the m is equals to 3. So now from considering this value of m, we can find out the another two number. In the same way, it is also possible that whenever we compare this 2m with the given number, here also it is possible that we do not get the natural number. Then at that time we have to compare it with either this number or this number. Right? So it is how we can think about this thing and how we can find out the numbers. Right? So this is the two important topic of this chapter. Okay? This is all about this lecture. Thank you.